Tonight, a Georgia's Most Wanted exclusive.
Investigators are sharing new leads in the Circle K murder case that shocked Douglas County residents last fall. Fox 5's Doug Evans has the story.
Tonight on Georgia's Most Wanted, investigators show us exclusively the very latest development in their murder investigation. And for the first time ever, the victim's daughter speaks out about the crime and its impact on her family. This mother and daughter from Gwinnett County have learned so much about each other in the last 7 months. Karen and Kaylin Kaiser are grieving.
I didn't want to go to her and cry.
We feed off of each other. I see her cry, I cry. She sees me cry, she cries. So we were both trying to be strong.
Karen's mother, Kaylin's grandmother, was murdered last September. Mary Ann Humphrey was the night clerk at this Circle K on Highway 5 in Douglasville. Police say a teenage gunman, head covered, shot Miss Humphrey during a robbery. The shots were fired as she snatched the covering from his face. Karen Kaiser agreed to talk with Fox 5 in her first interview since her mother's death.
She was a very hard worker for most of my life. She was a single parent. So pretty much she raised me on her own.
Karen and Kaylin are hoping for closure. They're hoping that police will catch the young man in the surveillance video. Karen says her 62-year-old mother's death has brought much appreciation for her mother's life and sacrifices.
Because I'm now a single parent, so I know everything she went through to give me what she could, and, you know, she was always there.
The surveillance video from the Circle K gave investigators some important information. For one thing, a blanket like this one. It was wrapped around the suspect's head during the robbery. What's the importance of that blanket?
The blanket was utilized to conceal the suspect's identity. This blanket has been identified as a blanket that was sent to contributors of the Disabled Veterans Memorial Fund. These blankets were randomly sent out to contributors.
Something else, this tennis shoe. For months, investigators worked on trying to narrow down the make and model of a tennis shoe worn by the suspect.
This particular tennis shoe, there was approximately 8,400 shoes that were manufactured between 2008 and 2009 of a particular brand that is very similar to what the suspect had identified.
This is the first time investigators have released information on the shoe, a Reebok high-top basketball shoe called Talkin' Crazy. North Metro Atlanta was one of the few places this shoe was sold in the country. This is one of the last photographs taken of 16-year-old Kaylin and her grandmother. Kaylin says she no longer hides her emotions from her mother. They've learned to lean on each other.
So I think it also kind of brought us closer at the end, because I'm not scared to cry in front of her anymore. When I'm hurt, she's always there.
If you can help Douglasville police identify the person from the Circle K store surveillance video, call the Douglas County Major Crimes Task Force. The number is 770-949-5656. For Georgia's Most Wanted, I'm Doug Evans.